Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. What's up guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert, do your own research. Okay, so this is BTC USD on the 1 day. What are we looking at? We're looking at a whole lot of nothing, to be frank and honest with you. Just lots of consolidation between this 19.5k level and this level that was set above around 20.4k. Whole lot of nothing going on over the last week. I don't think that anybody can really say conclusively where price is going to go next, and I think there's a lot of arguments for either direction, but excuse me, I think that anybody that feels really confident about where the next move is headed, you should really take that cautiously because to me it's very inconclusive. So what are we looking at here? We obviously had this move up recently all throughout July, where price had higher highs and higher lows on a kind of lower time frame scale. And then price nuked down in late August, mid-late August, and has since been downtrending since that time. We've seen multiple consolidation events from August 20th to August 26th, and then August 27th to current, September 6th. And these, in my opinion, are just pauses for right now. We don't really quite know what, as I said, where price is headed next. Typically speaking, after big liquidation events, and this isn't really a big liquidation event, I wouldn't call this like something significant. I mean, price went like 10%, which is a fucking joke in terms of overall crypto big moves. Obviously, a little higher, closer to 20, I guess, from the very peak, but that was over a several day span. And generally speaking, after you see a big move down, big move down, you'll see a lot of like chop and then like some lower volatility, which is kind of what we're experiencing now, is where we're seeing prices chop around. Not really super conclusive, as I said. If you look down to the 4 hour, you can use EMAs and you can see that price, the EMAs are still bearish right now. And what I mean by bearish is that the EMAs are currently above price. Sorry, one sec, let me close my window. Okay. What I mean by EMAs being bearish is that these EMAs, these other indicators here, these are the moving price averages. EMAs are more weighted towards recent price action versus just simple moving averages, which are the average price over X amount of time, whatever you designate it as. These indicators all turn bullish when price is above it, and they turn bearish when price is below it. It being the indicators. And as you can see here, many of these indicators are bearish in the sense that these indicators are all above price, and they should act as resistance areas when price goes up and touches them. So if we see price move strongly up to 22k or something like that, it's probably going to get slapped down by the 200 EMA. This is pretty common behavior when you look at these EMAs in general. And that's kind of what I would expect if price were to make some sort of illiquid move up. Now, where are we looking at right here? Just looking at from a pure price action perspective. As I said before, this 19.5k area has acted as support the last several days, and this 20.4k area has acted as resistance the last several days. Price is just in a very choppy, small consolidation area where it's pinging both sides of the range, and there's really no conclusive direction, as I said before. This could easily be a low forming. Lows take a long time to form, solid lows that is. Or it could just be another consolidation area for the next big move down. And if I were to look at the next big move down, I would actually expect it to go below this 19K area. This is the area that I actually long viewed and I suspected price would go. But after prices chopped around at this current area for so long, I don't expect it to like slowly grind down similar to some of this other price action. I don't think that's going to happen if it goes to 19K. I think that if price loses this 19.5K level, I think that price is going to dip even lower to like the 17Ks or possibly like low 18Ks. That would be my suspicion. I think it would be quite a violent move. Initially, I did think that 19K was going to come, but now that price is chopped around so long at this current level, I think that if price does make another leg down in the short term, I do believe that this 17 to 18K area is going to get tapped. Now, if you looked at my videos before, all throughout June and July, I long suspected that these lows would get taken out eventually. I just didn't know when or where it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. I do still feel very confident that these 17.5K lows are going to get taken out, though. The reason is that there's a lot of liquidity down below. I think that people are going to they're going to start shorting the fuck out of the bottom. It's going to be like a very high volatility event, and people are going to say Bitcoin's done, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know what this is going to look like. As I said, it could very well just be some sort of like wick down, like maybe price just wicks down, comes right back up, and then like that's it. Price could slowly grind down, like a shitty bounce, and then like slowly grind down lower. Could just be a sustained downtrend. Maybe we go to like 14K, 13K, 10K. I have no idea. There's a lot of ways that this could play out. Generally speaking, there will be some sort of big liquidation, in my opinion. As we always know for crypto, we always see these big spikes in either direction, generally speaking to the downside. And then, some sort of recovery after that. Certainly could see something like this play out as well. Don't quite know, as I said, what to expect in terms of how this will look. But I do believe that these 17.5K lows will get taken out eventually. Just don't know when or how it's going to look. Now, could we see higher before then? Absolutely. As I said before, I had a long-term idea that price would grind up to the 28Ks before new lows. But, that idea is actually like it's probably just wrong at this point. Still kind of unsure of what it's going to look like for the next few months. I had an idea that price would grind back up to like 28K, then start nuking lower. It didn't even have the strength to get up to that point. This was the former floor around like this 28K area, 28 to 30K area. Price didn't even have the strength to get up there. So, as I said, my idea currently looks wrong. I did also think that price would get up to 23K before going to do new lows, and that's also incorrect too. I thought price would like get back up and then like hit some sort of lower high and then nuke lower, but instead price just kind of hit this consolidation period right around 21K and then had another leg down. So as of right now, I don't feel super confident, as I said, in predicting price in either direction, but. And once again, I actually do think that price will hit higher, before new lows. Maybe it'll go 22K and then lower. But again, I've been wrong on 23K and I was also wrong on 28K. So maybe I have a little too much faith in Bitcoin having more strength than it actually should. But yeah, those are kind of my overall thoughts on Bitcoin. I do believe 17.5K is going to get taken out eventually. I just don't know what or when it's going to look like. If 19.5K gets lost, I do believe that we're going to see some bigger move down. It's like in the 17Ks or something, as it normally does. I just don't see it grinding all the way down to like 19K in like a slow, methodical manner. But, that's just my opinion. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH has an interesting price action before the merge. The merge is coming up pretty soon in the next few weeks. I looked at this chart on the monthly last time. I think the last video I did. These are some monthly levels in general. You can see that we can just take this away here. These are some monthly levels that price interacted with a lot. This 17K, 1.7K area is very important in my opinion. This price wicked down to that point back in June of 2021. Tapped it again in July. Tapped it as support in May of 2022. nuked below it, and now it cannot close above this level. If you just look at it here, it can't close above this level. So it is a very important level, in my opinion, to watch. And this is the current other level. This this $1,460 level is also an important level as well, in my opinion. Price is tapping that level. What are we seeing right now? It's hard to really tell what is going on with ETH. On one hand, this could just be like a bearish retest right here, lower high formed, and then price is just going to go lower. The overall high time frame trend is still very bearish, of course. We saw this like slow grind down all throughout this year, where we have lower highs and lower lows all throughout. So still a very bearish trend, in my opinion. Of course, that being said, there's still some great trading opportunities. Price went from $1,000 to $2,000. Great, 2x if you were in this, and yeah, it's just like a very good trading opportunity. But price is dipping now. What are we looking at overall? I did say that I wanted to see some consolidation at this current level. So if we just strip everything away and we just look at price purely on kind of this shorter time frame, recent price action period, one thing that I was looking at right here was I was looking at the 618 level, and price pretty much almost hit it. It got front ran a little bit around 1400, and what I did want to say is I really like seeing consolidation at this 0.5 and 0.618 level, these two levels. The reason is that when you see price hit these lows and they chill at these lows for a while, that means that a sustainable good low is forming. And what I mean by sustainable good low is that you want price to typically consolidate, take a breather, because this means that the next move up will be a lot more sustainable in the sense that it has a chance to break these highs. When you see something like this, where you see price hitting like the 618 and then just automatically just reversing, you see this much more frequently in bull markets where clearly everybody's just aping in, and like that's the only dip that you'll get, and that's just it. But you really, in my opinion, you like to see more consolidation at these 618 and the 0.5 for more sustainable lows being formed, especially in the bear market when liquidity is thin and like there aren't nearly as many participants. Something like chopping around and then, something like this would be nice, where you get some sort of rejection at some of these fibs. Maybe it's $1,700 or $1,800. Maybe it's $2,000 again. But when you see a sustainable low like this, it gives you more fuel for higher moves. In other words, I would not have liked to see price like hit the 618 and then just start like going up like this. I think the chances of a double top at that point are much higher. And that's not to say that a double top still couldn't happen. A double top absolutely can and will possibly happen, and it should be a great short too, at least for a scalp. But in general, I wouldn't be surprised. If this chops around for a while longer, then this move up will it'll be a lot more interesting to see. With that said, the merge is going to happen within a few weeks, so I think that you need to be really careful of. There's a lot of different ways that this could play out. Obviously, like maybe people are just going to keep aping in and just buy a lot of ETH, for the ETH proof of work coins that will come out. Maybe the merge fails and like ETH just dies as a network. Who the fuck knows? Like what could happen? There's just going to be a lot of uncertainty. And as I said, there's a lot of ways you could play this as well. So personally, I just have like a bag of spot ETH that I just like kind of hold because I don't want to fuck myself up, because I know myself. I know I'll fuck myself up trading, as I usually do in the past. So I just have some that I just like to trade and to keep. And but for me in the short term, what I would like to see is price consolidate a bit longer, and then maybe start making a move up. But I don't know if that's really realistic given the merge is coming and we might see an earlier move coming soon. And maybe I'm just wrong on all this. Maybe it's just like not a low. Maybe it's just going to make continue making like lower lows and lower highs. Maybe it just dies and maybe it just goes to $1,000 again. And if that's the case, then we would see something like some sort of double bottom pattern, or just further downside. Maybe we see like this and then we just like go lower. Possibly two scenarios that you can see, and I wrote this on Twitter today too, where a lot of these altcoins, they have these types of patterns where it had this kind of rounded bottom, hit recent resistance, and it can either go one of two ways, or one of three ways, sorry. First way is like it's this cup and handle, and price goes like that, and this would happen if Bitcoin does and ETH do well in the short to midterm, and price just continues up, and then we hit like a bear market rally. Scenario number two would be like this double bottom where price grinds down, consolidates for a while, and then maybe we get another move up again, double bottom type of move. And then the third idea would just be that price just dies, Bitcoin goes to 14K, this just gets nuked down to like, I don't know, $500 or something, and then we hit a long accumulation period. So that's option number three. But for now, I don't really have any strong opinions either way. I do think that ETH and BTC obviously lead the market though. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for the support, and I will catch you guys more this week.